Good morning and welcome to the Assembly Standing Committee on Public Safety. Today we are holding an informational hearing here in the city of Pomona on sex work related crimes and efforts to combat human trafficking.
Combating human trafficking is deeply important to me because it strikes at the very core of human dignity and safety. In our district, we see the devastating impact every day. Victims, often young women, exploited in plain sight, and while families and community feel powerless to stop it, as an elected official, I cannot ignore the reality. This is not just a law enforcement issue, but it's a moral issue. Every victim deserves protection, and every trafficker deserves accountability, and every community deserves a piece of knowing that exploitation will not be tolerated. That is why I feel strongly about tackling this crisis head on. My message to human trafficking victims is this: you are not invisible, you are not alone. What has been done to you is not your fault. You deserve safety, dignity, and a future free from exploitation. As a community and as a state, we are committed to fighting for you. Amplify your voices and holding those who harmed you accountable.
This bill bridges the gap between community members and law enforcement, right? So the fact that law enforcement is able to make contact and provide two resources actually gives a victim and community members resources to access specific to human trafficking or specific to domestic violence or whatever the need is for the victim. So it bridges the gap between law enforcement to be the connection to those resources if they are not able to find them on their own. And from my experience being a survivor, when you're out there on the streets, you don't know of any resources. You're so brainwashed and living within a sub-community that there's no access to resources. Nobody's trying to utilize or give you resources that's out there with you.
I think doing nothing is not an option. 2021, we obviously we've had human trafficking issues, prostitution-related issues in Pomona. We have books, jail logs going back to the 1920s. It has been, unfortunately, a part of Pomona's history. When SB 357 passed, the visible open-air sex work on Holt Avenue exploded. I think it was last month. I drove by on a Saturday night and I counted 22 sex workers in a 3-block stretch. Those are numbers that did not exist prior to losing this tool, loitering with intent to solicit prostitution. So I do feel it is extremely important that we get that tool back. I know several of those women out there, if we can legally contact them, are victims of human trafficking. They don't all take us up on resources, but there are some that do, and I do believe that alone is worth it.
I am grateful to this committee for shining a light on the problem and for working toward a real solution that will protect our most vulnerable and hold traffickers accountable. This hearing must also serve as a call to action. It's not enough to identify a problem. Rather, we must use this platform to advance policies that empower law enforcement, provide real support for our survivors, and prevent this exploitation from happening in the first place.